that is the classic I Wonder If I Take You Home by Lisa and Cult Jam. You couldn't go anywhere back in the 80s without hearing that song. Remember that, Gayle?
I do.
We are listening to the group for our series, Mornings Mixtape, where we revisit songs and artists we can't get out of our heads. Frontwoman Lisa Velez and Cult Jam pumped out dance hit after dance hit in the 80s, and Lilia Luciano caught up with Velez at the New York City church where she found her voice at a young age. They talked about her new music and new perspective.
Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can't you see my love shine through the dark?
The year was 1985, and Lisa and Cult Jam had a cult-like following.
I remember one time I did a show, but there was like 3 rows, and it was all these young girls, and they were dressed in the pink outfit and the headbands.
From setting trends in fashion and in music, Lisa Velez was a bona fide superstar who helped pave the way for other Latina artists.
You were a true trailblazer. Do you get credit for that?
Before J-Lo, before Selena, I guess I kind of helped them cross over.
Now, at 57, she's back on the scene, returning to her roots with new music and the style and electric energy that launched the freestyle genre.
It was the music that was being played in the clubs for the dancers.
Velez grew up in New York City's Hell's Kitchen.
The 7th floor, that window right there. In the center, that's it.
That's it?
That's the kitchen.
That's your kitchen?
That's the kitchen.
The youngest of 10 children, she was raised on rice and beans and a lot of salsa.
Anything we did in the house was to music. We would cook to music.
And that love of music didn't stop at home.
I was 4 years old when I started singing with my mom in the church choir. I saw my mom crying. She had tears in her eyes. And I said, I gotta do this, because I needed to get that effect constantly.
As a teen, she got the shot of a lifetime when a friend told her about a new group called Cult Jam.
Well, they're looking for female vocalists, so I went into that audition, met with them. They said, come in the following Tuesday. I went into the recording studio with them, and we recorded Take You Home and Can You Feel the Beat in one night.
The music was a hit, and the group, which took the name Lisa and Cult Jam, saw their first album go platinum. But despite the group bearing her name and her being in the lead, Lisa says she was not in control.
I remember it was difficult in the beginning when we did interviews and stuff, to speak.
And then you're diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oof, yeah, oof. That was a fight.
At 20 years old, amid her busiest tour,
I was diagnosed with ductal carcinoma. I had to do chemo and I had to do radiation, but I did all of that on the road. I was sick all the time, but my want to be on a stage helped me. That was my strength.
Lisa and Cult Jam released 3 more albums before breaking up. Velez continued making music and also turned to acting. She starred in movies and TV shows like Law & Order and on Nickelodeon's Taina, where she played the mother of a teenage girl like her growing up in New York.
A woman, she speaks her mind.
But 2 of her biggest roles are now wife,
Sacred Heart Church. I got married here.
and mom.
I think that becoming a mother gave me strength.
But her role as a performer is never far behind. Velez is back in the studio, taking full control of her sound.
I'm gonna re-record everything. I wanna own me.
You don't own that music.
No, unfortunately. I will now, I'll tell you that.
She's returning to her salsa roots with the single No Lloraré Más, the first time she's ever sang a song completely in Spanish. And she's back on the road, performing for sold-out crowds across the country. Nearly 40 years after her initial success with Cult Jam, Velez says she's giving grace to her younger self.
I'm singing about my being complete. Everything that I went through, I'm telling you, made me who I am today. I wouldn't change a thing.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Lilia Luciano.